everyone, it's Teresa here, your creative solutions creator and professional mess maker for the Creative Campus. I hope that your week is off to a great start. I hope that you are as excited to dive into learning and building new skills this week as I am. And I was so excited about the things that we're going to learn and explore this week that I was inspired to share 10 ways with you to have fun building speech and math skills. So I'm going to go through those 10 different ways. But the catch is I want you guys to share with me your takes on the ways that you use each, some, or all of these 10 ways. Alright, are you ready? Number 1, building a sea animal with numbers and math problems. So this is an activity that I have used several times with several different themes. What you can do is offer loose parts and assign each one a number or a symbol, and ask questions or create story problems that encourage kids to think about putting parts together, combining amounts of parts and types of parts. Hopefully that wind chime is not too distracting. I didn't think about being that close to it when I decided to choose this sunny spot for today's video. Number 2, what am I game? And this one is going to be sea creature or sea plant themed. And again, you're going to ask questions. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. You're going to ask questions or give clues to get the children to try to discover which sea creature or sea plant you are trying to describe. Number 3, I call this one follow the leader. And what you do is you have one person give directions to actions that need to be taken and parts that need to be used to create a sea creature or a sea plant. Whoops. The sun's getting kind of bright. It's getting a little difficult here to read my notes. Number 4, move like a sea animal. This is an all-time favorite. This can be used with kids of all ages and all skill abilities, and even adults. And what you're going to do is give instructions such as move like a seahorse. And what you're going to do to build the speech skills is to choose descriptive words. So you could say, move like a seahorse by wiggling your tail. Or float like an octopus by shaking your tentacles. Or climb a wall using your tentacles, or 2 of your tentacles, or 4 of your tentacles. You can do this also turning it into an obstacle course. using the same format by having one person say, scale the wall, or how fast can you scale the wall as an octopus using only your tentacles to hoist you over the wall. Number 5, loose parts aquarium. So this one is more of a sensory science art activity, and I am actually going to post some photos on Instagram actually for how you can do this. What you do is you take a container and you fill it with seawater, blue water, and you create a story around objects that the children place inside of their aquarium. And you can seal it, and you can choose if you can use non-breakable items, or if you wanted to use like real seashells or real coral or things like that, you could glue them to the bottom. But the idea is to let the kids shake and manipulate the bottle or the jar. Number 6 is construct a sea animal habitat. So this one, again, is great for building language or speech because you're going to engage in a child-directed exploratory story where you're going to ask them questions about different sea animals and where do they live and how do they put their habitats together and what kind of materials would they use. And based on the skills that the sea creature has, or the body parts and the mobility that the sea creature has, how would they construct a habitat? How does a fish make a home? How does an octopus create shelter for themselves? Where does a shark take shelter? These are fun ways to learn about life under the sea and get kids to ask questions, which in turn builds their speech and their ability to pronounce words and ask questions. Number 7, I guess I kind of combined. Number 6 and number 7, because number 7 is child-directed stories. And what I would encourage you to do with child-directed stories, not just to build speech, but to build math, is to get them to create a story around using sequences or steps around actions that sea animals would take. Again, using the building a habitat example. You could encourage a child to tell you what steps they would have to go through. Number 8 is a Go Fish math game using loose parts. Number 9 is using motion words to get kids moving in the way that a sea animal would. And number 10 is science experiments that get kids to use trial and error learning around sea life. So I hope you enjoy these ideas, and I look forward to hearing your take on them. I will be back later with some more fun information for you. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon.